As you know, I am the antithesis of an advocate for wind turbines. In my experience, the wind turbines create the wind, which inject electricity directly into the atmosphere, up to 6 degrees, maybe even more. On these wind turbine blades, there are suction cups which actually suck up the atmosphere. Sometimes you'll see these wind turbines moving furiously, but there's no wind. That is what really got me curious about these wind turbines and these wind farms. And also I noticed that the windier it was during the day, the warmer it got. There's a direct correlation, whether people want to believe it or not. Wind farms, climate protection versus nature protection. Wait a minute. Climate is part of nature, but maybe they're talking about CLIMB-IT, Climb It, Tower of Babel, Take Two, Descent into Hell, which they are protecting. Our warming world needs alternatives to polluting fossil fuels. No such thing as fossil fuel. No such thing as fossils. Wind energy is part of the solution, but how bad are wind turbines for nature? Now, I'm not sure when this was written. I think I read 2018. Anyhow, this article goes on to talk about how wind turbines are clean energy and about how we need, well, here it says, for example, though the planned facility would affect less than 2% of the forest. 2% of the forest? Are they talking about 2% of the entire forests of Germany? Probably. That's one thing about these statistics. You cannot trust them. You do not know what the basis is. There has been opposition to wind energy since the very beginning. Here. Yet wind energy is part of the puzzle to meet global energy demand. What is it about this global energy demand? Who's demanding all of this energy? Well, I wonder if it isn't the data centers that they're building to collect data on us. Not only that, but they're going to need a lot of energy to put on this freak show. Also in the sky, when Satan comes in the flesh, which is expected to increase by 30%. Why? Expected to increase? This is what they are planning. Notice how you've got the Ouroboros here, the ox, the serpent eating its tail. Birds, bats, and blades. Well, they're trying to tell you that bird deaths are caused mostly by cats. You see the inference here. Get rid of the animals because they're killing the birds. I mean, aren't they all animals? That's not the point. And anyway, how are they going to do a statistic on this? It's a joke. Wind turbines, 0,2. That is not the point. The point is that these wind turbines are both sucking up the atmosphere and deploying electricity into it, just like the sprayed metal mercury does. This is how they get heat. It soaks up the oxygen so that combustion takes place in the sky, in the atmosphere, using heavy metals and electricity.